333 Master Number. Greetings, I would like to begin with no, I do not know you, your conditioning, your person, your ego, nor one's struggles. Yet, in love, I wish not to know the current details of the lower density, nor physical aspects of which humanity resides, perceives, and or chooses to focus upon, and therefore, like an antenna, manifests. Some may unknowingly be doing so, unfortunately, in divine free will. In accordance to, as per universal law, as the universe is like a mirror, whom doesn't deal in direct request, nor does it take custom orders. Rather, the universe deals strictly in frequency. For example, one's vibrational state, which is in direct accordance to that of one's consciousness. Like a beacon, like a lighthouse, one's energetic state is forever emitting, and entangled in, and with the very fabric of existence itself. As the body emits this quantum radiation out and into the universe, regardless of positive or negative, good or bad, happy or sad, whatever energy one exudes, the universe mirrors, aligning one with such reality in which they choose to reside, holding on to their limited views or perspectives upon life. We all hold in common that of this human life existence and experience. Therefore, as a member of humanity, I feel we have all been damaged. Perhaps the purpose of one's current journey upon Gaia? However, if I may, the light always shines and prevails through all. Meaning, or, asking rather, do you believe one can be known, felt and understood in an energetic sense? In this essence, one may now pierce the veil, from a perspective of one's pure and divine soul. From this vantage point, one sees another clearly. Knowing all sins of, or committed upon this earth, are not to fear, as such sins remain, and are kept held within that of the physical human body, as to forever remain there, as lessons, until it's called in time, only to be recycled, returning it to the third-dimensional reality. Whereas, once the body has fully returned to that of the earth from which it came, upon such, all sins are released, only to dissolve into the astral realms, to melt away, along with the physical body itself, exposing the untouched benevolence of the spirit and of the soul. In divine free will, however, I'm confused. Yet no, but of what? One must admit, all of one's desires, all one seeks and wishes is to again become whole once more, whole with that which one knows is truth, and what one knows they belong to, with, in, from and are, as in every instant of what humanity describes, perceives and has come to call time. Hours, even as long as 3 days may go by without sleep. However, every beating second of such duration is spent with, and in pure conscious intent. Through the power of the night, during such time one especially prospers. I understand its effects, as through my educational experience I had discovered its incredible, uncanny ability. As if such substance seemingly had removed the bars of conditioning placed upon my beliefs and views of education, from one of that of the mundane, force-fed information, versus one's own truth, one's own seeking of wisdom in accordance to one's individual divine being. As my heart knew then, and knows even more so now, that of true wisdom. Imagine a child in the public school system. Prior to the youth's ability to understand one's own inner self, as a result in the lack of true academia, prior to natural evolution, or the knowing and following of one's heart, to seek one's own individual truth. This form of education, if one wishes to even call it such, felt like a slap in the face of not only my spirit, but that of truth itself, as this information, or in layman's terms, indoctrination into the ones and zeros of modern society. This programming, not knowledge, nor anywhere, nor anything close to true wisdom. Such conditioning is seemingly forced and shoved down the throats of the innocent, and into their hearts and minds, until eventually over the years, it begins to settle into the foundations of our youth, as they sell and claim such as education, from which, the system uses as an indication of intelligence. Yet as a result of this scale, oneself becomes and begins to believe they're lacking in the realms of intelligence, or at least what was scored as such. Rather an intro to the reality of life. Where does one believe such routine descends from? That 9-5? Don't you see you've been preparing for it all one's life? Arrive at a set time, leave at a set time. You're late? Repercussions. Completed all assignments, on time and to an exact and strict criteria. And let's not forget a timed lunch break. This is the pattern in which the masses have not only followed blindly, yet, it too has seemingly blinded them from more. True education is something to die for, as it's personal, customized to the individual. Learning is a gift, yet in free will to explore and discover the knowledge hidden away within the passion or hobby of an individual. Shameful, as true education is that of emotional education, from which humanity lacks. As one can see, humanity has all it needs to prosper. Yet, disaster seemingly reigns. A puzzle, for example. Human society is like an open puzzle box, with its lids scattered on opposite sides of the table. As one continues to observe the environment, one notices the puzzle pieces are too scattered in what seems like a replication of the Big Bang. However, in astonishment one notices someone or something has actually attempted such a chaotic puzzle, completing the entirety of the top left corner, up to a full 90-degree corner of the puzzle's perimeter. A classic technique used in the beginnings of puzzle construction, as the flat, linear cut sides of such edged pieces enable a higher percentage when locating a piece's position. Sure, it may seem unimpressive. However, if one were to be standing in such a room, sitting at such a table, viewing such an environment, one comes to the understanding it's a miracle even so little was accomplished, as whomever or whatever it was had long left, leaving one's imagination only to assume such catastrophe could only be due to some sort of scrimmage or battle, possibly over a seat at the table, or maybe over the puzzle pieces themselves. In reality, this is simply information, and therefore, it's irrelevant, as information is only the path to truth, understanding that even an investigation, leading to the discovery of who, what, when, where, why and how, brings us no closer to the truth. Rather, captivates the true definition of drama. For example, the puzzle pieces lie scattered on the floor, chairs, table, etc. This is the one truth. As such discoveries of whom created such a mess would not clean up the mess itself, which is the only truth left standing in such an occasion. Even if Bob was at fault, sure one may have just received more detailed information. Yet, it's still information, eventually leading one back to the same scenario, a mess. Regardless in the mass of intel and details one may have on such a subject, the results of such case remain in truth. As the pieces, once scattered about the room, now are all accounted for. However, still, it takes all at the table, all of humanity's cooperation. As multiple eyes, all may maintain the ability to collectively see. However, as multiple minds, all hold the ability to collectively and individually, not only see, but perceive. Yet, I digress, point being, I feel, I know more. As the understanding of which harnesses no logical definition, nor explanation in this 3D reality. I feel, or fear rather I have fallen for such substance. As my thirst for knowledge, wisdom and truth becomes activated in such depth, it goes beyond eating or sleeping. In fact, it seemingly dissolves such physical constraints. However, there are at minimum two sides to every story, and then there is the truth. Yes, one is absolutely consumed, submerged rather, in the very universal essence of curiosity itself, and of all that is. I know this part of the story to be true. Passion, joy, purpose, calling. Yet, I seemingly pull information from the clouds, not understanding, mentally albeit, however knowing it to be truth. My mind plays catch up, as it spontaneously and randomly returns in and out of consciousness, or at least our understanding of it in this dimension. As it merges between the threshold, as wisdom flows onto paper or screen as if naturally and unbothered. Noticing, one returns to reality only when a sentence or piece of the puzzle had been overlooked, which is cued by source in some fashion, as each time unconsciously drawn back. As being conscious in this lower, more dense reality destroys the flow from that of a higher, as one's consciousness is the vehicle of travel. Rather, the vehicle is that of the human body, one's being truly resides in pure conscious form. Pages begin to develop. Let's say for example one is driving while daydreaming. Soon after one may say to oneself, I don't recall driving the last 5 miles, as the body was on autopilot. To such an experience this may be equated to. Now, say for example brake lights began to appear in your peripheral vision up ahead. One's human autopilot, for lack of a better term, suddenly disengages. In this instant, one has unknowingly been shown a divine display. one of the human body's innate ability to know, or perceive more going on around us than one may think or want to believe. Similarly, while one writes, at times I too find my autopilot disengaged. As we understand from the above, this is due to one's innate body as it scans one's subconscious, unconscious surrounding, registering anything subconsciously or unconsciously classified as out of the norm. In equivalence, as I type words and paragraphs seemingly not that of my own. Yet, such words continue to rush through the tips of one's own fingers. However, this is understood someplace deeper inside. I find it is one's pure uninterrupted connection with Source, as my autopilot only disengages upon times, or points in which wisdom was overlooked, misunderstood, unknown, or perhaps being presented for the first time. Ironically, it came from my own two hands. Yet, when I snap back into the lower densities of the third dimension for a minute or two, I read said sentence or paragraph in amazement. This is all I have to say. I've learned more from what these two hands have scribed, naturally in pure awe and amazement of one's capabilities at such times of purity. I believe I somehow teach myself, as of the past years, I no longer desire discussing one's personal truth with others, even those closest to me, as one feels a bubble surrounds one's physical being, making that of becoming close as impossible to penetrate as a physical barrier. This is not of random, as one is now fighting on two fronts, seemingly in tug-of-war within itself and, or as self-truth. Is one believed to be the descendant of Lemurian masters,